What's going on? We back with the Boxing Clinic of more. Y'all know what it is. Your boy CJ Goodfella, and we here. You know, Eddie Hearn. Yeah, we talked some Eddie Hearn. Not no Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn. We just talking some DAZN, and we get into an interesting video I seen from you know, Blue Blood Sports. Shout out to him. Channel's fucking amazing, dude. Fuck with him. But you know, Eddie's Eddie, man. Let me know when y'all roll up in here. Let me know who we chopping it up with real quick, man. Let me know something in the chat. I'm trying to you know, put it up right now on my laptop. So let me know who up in here, man. Say something. Say something. Let me know a comment or something. We talk about Eddie Hearn and DAZN. You know, we talking Eddie. And I'm trying to pull the chat up right now. Just give me 1 second. 1 second, fellas. Let me know who up in here. What's going on? What's going on? And apparently Eddie Hearn said he signed like he's agreed to 6 fighters fighting on DAZN, and you know, eventually he's going to announce those 6 fighters, man. What up, Ali, brother? Yeah, F Eddie Hearn, man. What's up, man? Olivins. What's going on, Braylon? What's going on, Quan? You know, you changed your name, huh, Quan, to Quan43. What up, Marlo's Corner? What it do? What up, Jose Rich Gang in the building? Let me get up the homie Marlo a wrench. Get you a wrench, bro. Ali, you get a wrench too, bro. Shit, Quan, you ain't got a wrench. You get a wrench too. We had our wrenches real quick. But, yeah, let me know y'all in the building. We talk about Eddie Hearn, man. If you see me look off to the side, I'm looking at the computer real quick. And give me 1 second. Turn and get some light on in here. It's getting dark. This is about to rain. All right, we talk Hearn in DAZN, man. He said he agreed to 6 fighters. And we can pull up the article. And let's chop it up about the article, man. Give me 1 second. 1 second, but you know, then he says at the end of the article, that he wants to sign, you know, here we go right here. He said he wants to sign, you know, 3 to 5 big name fighters. And if he was to do that, in my opinion, he would have to monopolize a division or 2. You know, he says, it says Eddie Hearn, agreement in place with 6 fighters as part of his $1 billion deal with Performance Group sports streaming service DAZN. You know, yada. So we're looking at New York and LA in September, New York, LA, whichever one we don't go to in October, and then Vegas, November. Our deal is 12 big shows and 4 really big shows each year. The first monster will be in Vegas in November. You're going to see us signing somewhere between 3 and 5 big names. And then you're going to see us sign a lot of other big names. Maybe chief support guys. Then you're going to see us sign half a dozen youngsters. Probably amateurs that are going to be turning over. You're going to see us sign some really good prospects who might be 8 and 10, 12, 15 and 0, and bringing those on. You're going to see us working with guys who are in the last chance salons, but they don't care who they fight, and they will just go to war with any type. It'll be real mixed. You are going to see us using some of the British stars, some of the young stars from the UK that will be dropping in. So basically he wants to fill out a roster. He wants to have some fucking bums, you know. Then he want to have he wants to have some bums, some prospects, and then he wants to have some champions. Then he want to have some really big names. So, you know, he sees the angle. He sees what he really want. But like, if the 6 names were that big, I mean, names would have been leaked right now. So, and I agree, and I guarantee you, if these 6 names were big, he'd have leaked it to the press. You know, so. The 6 names, I doubt if it was the Charlo twins. I know it's probably not Broner. And I doubt it's not Mikey Garcia. Because if you read the end of this, the thing that he said was that he wants to sign 3 to 5 really big names. He wants to. That means he don't have no agreement with the 6 fighters. It ain't gonna be no big names. You know, he followed a young prospect on Twitter a while ago. I had never heard of him. I forgot what weight he was at. So what's going on is he just throwing anything together right now. He basically trying to get what he can get. You know, he's trying to get what he can get. And if he continues to strike out on somebody, he's going to just keep going down the list. And my issue with it is, even though Mikey Garcia said that Eddie sat down with him for an hour and a half and talked about, you know, what he wanted, you know, how it worked, and if it, you know, if a big fight came apart, how would they do the pay-per-view and stuff like that, and how would they get the funds. My issue is with this. Who are they going to fight? For $20, $15 a month for the zone that's going to be dominated by boxing, I just don't see it, man. I don't see it, and the Canadian reviews are terrible. The streaming sucks. I mean, who's going to be the analyst? And in my opinion, who the guys going to fight? Even if you find three to five big names, you sign them in 3 or 5 different divisions, I mean, who are they going to fight? You know, are they just content with just getting the money and fighting any old body? He probably going to bring some UK stars for them to fight over there. I'm just interested to see who these guys are going to fight. Because if you sign 3 to 5 big names, eventually they're going to want to fight other big names. So for people that's not really, you know, for people that don't understand what I'm saying, is like this. Okay, let's say you take Errol Spence. He signs Errol Spence. This is strictly hypothetical. He signed Errol Spence to the zone. But he didn't sign Danny Garcia. He didn't sign Sean Porter. He didn't sign Terrence Crawford. He didn't sign Jeff Meese on Horny Horn. He didn't sign any of those guys. And Errol Spence fought, you know, one of them bums to start off with, okay? What if Errol Spence wanted to unify, let's say, with Sean Porter, Danny Garcia winner? How would that work? Honestly, how would that work, you know? If he wanted to fight Sean and Danny, would he just offer Sean and Danny a fight-by-fight deal for the winner of that and be like, okay, you can fight Errol Spence right now on a 1-fight deal? So they beat Errol Spence and take the belts, then what cachet does Errol Spence have for the zone? You know, it's not your typical Bob Arum thing where if you come over and fight my guy and beat him, I got options on you, you know? Or we going to sign you to Top Rank, which I got some news coming from Top Rank later. I got some moves coming from Charlo later. And probably some other news. I forgot what it was. So I might have 3 good videos coming, but I just want to know how that works. You know, because this is nothing like Premier Boxing Champions. You know, Premier Boxing Champions was built on network television. You know, Spike, NBC, NBC Sports, Fox, you know, ESPN, then eventually went to Showtime, CBS. It was built off that. This is asking for Americans to drop in a bag again, or go in a pocket and get $20 or $20. And then on top of that, you know, what else are you going to get on the zone that you would care about? Nobody care about soccer. You know, they're not going to get the NFL rights. Are they going to get a deal with college football? That'll be, or college sports. That'll have to be the aim. But all those rights are locked up in the United States. It's not like being in Canada, Europe, where you can lock up the NFL ticket. That's exclusively through DirecTV. You know? And then if they get the NFL Red Zone, I mean, shit, you can get that for $3 on Comcast or Xfinity, whatever you want to call it. So then what? Then the NBA? Those rights are locked up by NBA League Pass in America. It's going to cost more, you know, to get the NFL and to get NBA and college. That might cost more than the $1 billion bill just to get the rights to that. You know, to get a piece of the pie. So, I mean, they don't have to pull. They don't have to pull, man. What's up to Sister Ashley's Corner, man? He didn't say who the 6 fighters was, and that just tells you that he probably disagreed to, so they haven't signed, so he probably can't tell you who they are. But you know, if it was some big fighters, it'd be leaked. It'd have been leaked by now. It'd have been leaked. So guys that's gonna join the zone is just gonna join it for strictly the money. That's it. It'd be like a Top Rank situation where Terrence Crawford is in, where it's saying, you know, he went from making probably 10, 15, 20, 30K a fight, probably not even that, with his old promoter, and Bob Arum showed him 6 figures, and eventually 7 figures. So, if you join the zone, it's just going to be about the money, you know, because I don't see how it's going to work. So, Earl Spence wanted to fight Terrence Crawford, and he's ended to a deal with Matchroom USA and DAZN, and he said yesterday he wants to go over to ESPN and beat on Crawford. With DAZN, he wouldn't be able to do that. Crawford had to come to DAZN. We know, Bob Arum ain't going for that. So like he had to get the top dog for the rest of the dogs to follow. He had to get an Adrian Broner. He had to get a Deontay Wilder. He had to get an Earl Spence. He had to hit somebody in that PBC Tier 1 bracket. And Wilder ain't signing with him. Broner ain't signing with him. Earl ain't signing with him. So that's the Tier 1 bracket and Premier Boxing Champions. No, you go to Tier 2, you might have Charlo twins and shit. And Danny Jacobs won't be fighting on there. I don't know if a lot of people realize that Danny Jacobs won't be fighting on DAZN. He won't. And oh yeah, I got another video coming about Eddie Hearn as well. So 3 good news-breaking videos you might know if you missed it. Jesse Magadon wants his rematch with Isaac Dogball. I dropped the video, and Vargas and Broner is close to rematch, and Jesse Vargas said Amir Khan didn't want that smoke, man. But the situation is, ESPN is going to have trouble with the $5 app. I don't think, Walter, I think ESPN, a lot of people like that app, man. A lot of people like the ESPN app. I think DAZN is going to have problems competing with a $5 app. If anybody going to do it, I mean, you got YouTube Red, too. You know what I'm saying? With Cobra Kai and those exclusives on there. You got Hulu doing live stream sports now. You got Netflix. The best thing for one of these guys to do was try to get a deal with Netflix or some shit, man. Because, that Box Nation type shit ain't going to work over here. A strictly boxing channel that shows classic fights and boxing content 24/7, if it ain't done right, I mean, motherfucker just watch ESPN Classics all day. And then every now and again, if you catch it, they run all Mike Tyson's classics. They run a classic Ali Frazier fight. They're on ESPN too every now and again. So his DAZN thing is not gonna have any good American sports on there. It's not gonna crack a baseball deal. It costs too much money to fight for those rights. So I just want to know, as far as the fighters, I mean, he got to monopolize his division, man. They say, look, I got Crawford, Earl Spence, Danny Shine, and eventually they all gonna fight each other, and people pay the $20 month by month. I'm gonna get to some of these questions, man. It's all about the money, Quan. What's up, Shamil? Now, Wilder and Joshua fight will never be made. Well, I don't think, oh yeah, for sure, Brother Hassan. What's going on, bro? Yeah, you deserve it. Yeah, smash the like button. Listen to Raymond Murphy. What it do? What up, Josh Pop? Ain't seen you in a minute, homie. What happened to the walking the dog? Well, I work midnights now, so, I just woke up and shit, man. I was at the dog store, and my man's like, oh, man, you the dude making the YouTube videos. I'm like, I'm all fucked up. I just woke out the bed, beard all nappy and shit. I'm like, yeah, bro. So we growing. It's really important that y'all share these videos, man, on Facebook, Twitter, whatever y'all can share the link at, man. That's better than a donation, man. Hold on. I walk him this weekend though, but it's been extremely hot for me to walk him, man. Extremely hot. He a pretty ass dog, so he don't be trying to be hot. That motherfucker be. I leave him outside, he be pawing at the door. He signed Charles Martin. Yeah, I heard that. I seen a list of fighters that he signed, man. I thought it was a joke because I couldn't find it on his Twitter page. But it said Charles Martin, Rod Sauka. I thought it was a fucking joke, So, I mean, I heard that rumor too. I seen it. I ain't think it was a jig because maybe he deleted the tweet. Because people doing that. What Eddie line ass got going on. And then he actually took a shot at Richard Schaefer. He took a shot at Richard Schaefer, okay? Yeah, Cobra Kai legit, bro. For sure, Cobra Kai is legit. ESPN Plus got good content. I'll be able to watch Saunders and Murray. It's not even about ESPN. ESPN Plus got good content, but they got good overall sports content, man. They got great sports content on there, man. You know what I mean? You got Dan Rayfield trying to break down boxing. That's pure gold. I mean, shit, you get better boxing breakdown from a fucking monkey with a hat on. What's the old dude from Aladdin? Apu. Apu can break down boxing better than Dan Rayfield, but it's kind of cool to watch. I mean, you got Kobe breaking down film. You got all the ESPN 30 for 30 for $5. It's a hell of a deal, to be honest, with what I hear. So, he come over here with a $20 app, 15. His app gonna have to be like $5, bro. It's going to be like $3 or $4 because it's not going to have the content on there that you want to see. And the dude that's running the zone, he got fired from ESPN for having a cocaine addiction. I forget the guy's name, and that just shows you how, how it is. He went to the zone and helped them launch. He had a coke addiction, so he was a crackhead and shit. Yeah, Ali, Cobra Kai type, man. I heard, man. But the issue is, like, how can he get these guys to pay $20? How can you get us to pay 20, 15, $5, $1 for this shitty ass boxing? And you look no further to the cards that he put on in the UK. Look at the cards that he put on. It's a whole bunch of fucking mismatches, dog, on the undercard. His undercards are so fucking horrible, dog. Like, bro, like, man, his cards is trash. It's like 1,001 fucking fights on this card that it like they took dudes out the fucking street. And one dude, I forgot what card it was. This dude had hooping shorts on, dog. This dude was hooping in some Walmart. This nigga was boxing in some Walmart shorts. His gut was bigger than mine. So they legitimately pulling people. They legitimately pulling people off the street, bro. You know what I'm saying? What up, Blood? Shout out to the homie Blood Boxing Returns. Hey, man, I got a good ass video, man. I gotta get it cleared by the guy. He did a voiceover like you did about Anthony Joshua being in the hood. Matter of fact, when I get off, I'm gonna ask him permission to post it. It's pure gold, man. I'm gonna ask him to post it on the channel. I'll see what he say, man. He's a good guy, so hopefully he'll let me post it, man. It's some good ass voiceover shit, man. Niggas still ain't buying the zone no matter what. Laugh out loud. No nigga I know is checking for that shit. Right. And when he oh yeah, you gonna like that shit. I'm gonna have to get it cleared by him. The voice to post it. I'm gonna see what he say. But he right, man. Nobody checking for that shit. And then, who closes a $1 billion bill and drink a Corona, dog? Good. What's good? What's good? What's good? I thought, oh shit, it's 2 Quans in this motherfucker, man. My bad. I got the other nigga a wrench. Well, shit, got 2 Quans that got a wrench. So, he tried to bring that whoever he signed it with, he tried to bring them bashing Euro bums. I definitely gonna laugh at that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? He get somebody over here to fight, one of them Euro bums he got over there with hoop shorts on and hooping in motherfucking AN1 shoes. Man, he do that shit, dog. I'ma laugh, bro. He won't say who he signed, bro. Apparently it was a tweet put out there. I don't know if he tweeted or not. He had Charles Martin, Rod Salco on the tweet. It was a couple other lower level guys. And he's been following young prospects. So what's so funny about it, he took a shot at Richard Schaefer and said, what is he doing in America? Obviously, Richard Schaefer is promoting the show next week with Leo Santa Cruz and Abner Mares. And, what people don't know about Richard Schaefer is that Richard Schaefer, he has a lot of young talent. I mean, he got brothers. He got Money Power the Fourth. He got a lot of really young talent. So Richard Schaefer didn't jump in the game like Eddie Hearn and try to, sign other motherfuckers' talent because he already know he can continue to work with Al Heyman and put on shows. Richard Schaefer is building his promotional stable from the ground up. He's taking these young fighters and a lot of really, really good young fighters, man. Shout out to the Super Shack, Raylan Welch. Appreciate it, my brother. A lot of them young fighters, dog, that he got, these Olympic guys, they gonna grow to be something special, dog. So, it is what it is, man. But like I said, man, it's like who he gonna sign on this motherfucker, man. His best bet was to get in the rotation with Premier Boxing Champions and get notoriety doing that, and then, eventually, doing his own shows, doing what Richard Schaefer did. He can laugh at Richard Schaefer all he wants right now, but Richard Schaefer's stable is built from the ground level on up. He's gonna build it, brick by brick. He's not gonna just jump in and try to, diss Al Heyman, and he disrespected Deontay Wilder. Do the people know, like, Deontay Wilder right now is like the godfather of Premier Boxing Champions right now as far as the fighters? A lot of guys look up to Deontay Wilder because now he's killing the ratings. He's the highest rated watch Premier Boxing Champion fighter. When he did what he did to Deontay Wilder, do people not notice that? Do people not understand that? Do people not understand that Eddie Hearn is do people not understand that Eddie Hearn came over here and disrespected Al Heyman? But it's the same dude that in the same breath would tell you that Al Heyman is a good guy to work with and say, well, F Al Heyman, I'm over here to take over and beat his chest. I'm like, that ain't how it work, bro. You know, to come over to the U.S. market, you got to rub shoulders with somebody. You know, you got to work with Bob. You got to work with Al. You got to work with somebody. Those are two where you get in and fit in at. You got to go to HBO. And HBO playing them, though, man. HBO's playing Eddie Hearn, man. He's playing them. He can't even get Danny Jacobs in the ring with Canelo and Triple G because Peter Nelson told him he had to create his own demand for that. So, Eddie Hearn, he playing. You know, he went to HBO and thought it was all going to be all good and shit. And he's going to take Anthony Joshua. And obviously, whatever he was asking for Anthony Joshua to come to HBO, they never ponied up on it. Thus created him to make the zone because Eddie Hearn could have just signed some fighters and used HBO. Because fighters want to fight on HBO. Remember, Adrian Broner was calling himself Mr. HBO. And when Al Heyman split from HBO, it was talks about having Adrian Broner still fight on HBO. Him and HBO was trying to cut a deal. But eventually, Adrian Broner still stayed with Showtime. So you got to remember that, too. You know, fighters love to fight on HBO. That's the only reason he signed Danny Jacobs, because he had an HBO day. So he was better off just working with HBO, which it was a big void with HBO. But Peter Nelson, the guy who runs HBO, is an absolute idiot. Eddie Hearn could have told them fighters, like, look here, he should have made Danny Jacobs and Billy Joe Saunders. Got Jacobs the belt, and then he could have, you know, did something. He should have made a better impact with Jacobs. And he still can. And fighters would have signed with him. Real shit. Fighters would have signed with him to get an HBO deal. Because HBO tossing out money like it's candy. All them terrible fights on HBO, he should have used HBO as his platform instead of DAZN. DAZN limits your audience. Even though the money is there, people gonna find that the notoriety ain't. Nigga, man, I ain't seen Earl Spence fight in a minute. Oh, he fighting on DAZN, dog. Motherfuckers ain't gonna pay for that shit. You know, so he should have used HBO as a platform, man. You know, but he used DAZN as a platform. And maybe they know something I don't know as far as getting other rights, man. You know, getting rights to other sports, because I'm not paying $20 if I ain't gonna get no fucking exclusive or no sports. The way to Americans' heart is through football and at least baseball or basketball, but not basketball. Football and baseball for the most part, man. What's next for Amir Khan? I'll get to that towards the end, my brother. I'm going to just keep speaking on this subject, but I heard he turned down Jesse Vargas. You know. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to see how it is too, Blood, man. Oh, you talking about the video? Yeah. Oh, you going to like that video, man. What's good, fam? What's good? What's going on? Support the truth always. Yeah, what's going on, Hassan? What's going on? The dude, this is Jose. What up, Rich Gang in the building? The dude that gave Eddie the $1 billion must have been coked up when he gave that. Well, it's really not $1 billion, man. Oh, for sure, Quan. You know, it was, I don't know, a whole actual, I don't know if that was a joke about Rod Salk or not, man. But, it's really not $1 billion. The deal Eddie Hearn did is more like, I heard it's a 2-year option with a 2-year option with a 6-year option. Or whatever it is. Or a 2-year, and then a 4-year option. So basically, if it don't jump after the 2 years, they gonna just pull the plug. But from what I hear, they have a lot of problems with streaming and connection over in Canada. So I think it's a European-based service. So when they came over to North America, I guess their servers or something wasn't good enough. So, you know, niggas want quality HD stream. They said it wasn't no 1080p HD stream. So it had to be something different they brought to the table, man. It had to be like Eddie Hearn, if he was smart, man, he would have worked with HBO. But if he brings his own here, he should have been like, he should have offered something that, you know, nobody else can offer. You know, as far as, you know, streaming boxing in 4K. You know, nobody's doing that. Streaming it in 4K. You know, exclusive content with fighters breaking down, you know, with, you know, day in the life of fighters. You know, he has to work around not being able to get licensed by the NFL, you know, in baseball and NBA. He has to bring something to the table that Americans care about. And I don't know what that is, you know. Honestly, I don't know what it is. Eddie dumb as hell. This is Mr. Finesse. Eddie dumb as hell. Keep on disrespecting well-connected people out there. Has no idea what's going on, but taking shots at Heyman, Wilder, and Finkel. Now Schaefer. Yeah, Schaefer was taking shots. They've been taking shots at each other for a while, but yeah, you know, obviously, you know, he could have worked with you know, main events. He should have used HBO as his platform. He would have started a lot of fighters with HBO, man, or some. You know, everybody wants to fight on HBO. You know what I'm saying? We got super chat. Let me hop on to it, brother. I'm gonna have to pass up some of these things. My bad. Shout out to Lawrence RBE, man. You know, Fred from Barbershop made the case that Charlos and boxers in general should at least investigate what Eddie is offering. Salute. I see you close to 5K. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you gotta keep your options open, man, because you never know. You know, any day anything can happen. You know, with your career. You know, you see with Harry Davies. You know, he took a little small shot at some shit that happened in the guy's country, and Eddie Hearn just abandoned him. He just abandoned O'Harry Davies, and Frank Warren picked him up. And, you know, for what I understand, is what he said really wasn't that bad. I mean, I understand when people go to other countries in the UK, they call them N-words and all type of racist stuff. But you see, that's the loyalty that you got. That's some shit you got to do your investigation on, Eddie Hearn, man. As soon as that kid said some controversy, and I heard it wasn't even that bad. And I heard that, you know, certain places in the UK, you know, they was really, really racist and they really, really nasty and you know, whatever. That's what I hear. And, you know, as soon as O'Harry Davies said something came under fire, he released that motherfucker. What type of loyalty is that? As soon as, you know, I'm young and I say something that really wasn't that bad compared to what else been said in the sport of boxing and what's been said in the world, you want to, you know, release me? Because I know you no longer used to you. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what you got to understand. Loyalty. Loyalty is right loyalty. You know, Antonio Tarver and fucking juiced 10,000 times. Al Heyman still got him a job back on TV with Spike. Al Heyman still bailed him out in Vegas. Jermaine Taylor, after all that shit that he did, he still got him a title off of Sam Solomon. You know, don't underestimate the weight of loyalty. Because them dudes know at the end of the day, you know, when the shit hit the fan, that Al gonna be there. Al gonna find a way for them to continue to eat. You know? Even when they long done, man, Al gonna have connections and he gonna put you in position. Eddie Hearn, after he get done juicing you, after the white man get done milking you like Deontay Waters say, he gonna kick you to the curb. That O'Harry Davies shit, man, that just shows you, man. That O'Harry Davies situation, bro, that wasn't no shit to release that nigga for. I had to really read up on it, and I think it was Dr. Blitz, man, Golden Glove Boxing. He told me about the situation, what had happened. We was on live, and I said that shit wasn't that bad, bro. You know, it wasn't that bad. Shit, Joel Casamoriorga called Timothy Bradley a nigga. You know, Eddie Hearn just now getting in the bag through Joshua. Value bum ass ain't fighting nobody. And Jose, respect to the first blood wrench. First blood on my wrench. Just good point about working with HBO. Yeah, HBO is where everybody used to where everybody want to fight at. And what Eddie Hearn should have used HBO because they got a void for fights. You know, HBO need to fill fight days. They ain't had one good fight card this year. The best fight I remember on HBO was Bivol and Barrera, and I know I'm probably missing one or two little fights, other fights, but they ain't had the year that they usually have. And then with the Game of Thrones going off, that was HBO real selling point. Okay, boxing, the motherfuckers used to get boxing back in the day for HBO for real. You know, in the shows that they had, The Sopranos, The Wire, they used to do $5, $6, even $9, $10 million, you know, per night. You know, and when the boxing came on, they did $5 million was the norm for viewership. You know, for HBO. Now they happy just to get $1,700,000. That's because of the product they putting on. So Eddie Hearn should have looked at the void and said, "Look here, y'all got a void. Sit down with Peter Nelson. This is what I can do. We can do a service with HBO. You know, you can sign a pack with me. I can get some of them fighters from Real Boxing Champions over here to fight on HBO. I know Adrian Broner love to fight on HBO. I'll get some of them guys over here to fight on HBO, and we can work something out between me, you, and Al. You know what I'm saying?" You know, and if Al didn't want to play along, then I can just snatch his fighters with the money that we can come up with. And Peter Nelson would have been like, yeah, he got a nice little fucking budget anyway. You know, but, you know, since AT&T acquired, HBO from Time Warner, it just seemed like they don't give a fuck about boxing, man. You know? Like HBO. See, I'm not a Game of Thrones guy. I got to get into it. I know it's the last season. I might as well wait till the shit get over and check it out. Eddie line that's always making things bigger than they are. Yeah, you got to be able to read between the lines with that clown Eddie Hearn blood. For real, you got to be able to read between the lines. And reading between the lines with him is reading what he's saying at the end, he say, well, I'm looking to sign a 3 to 5 big fighter. So, you know, you got to read the bullshit, man. He said Eddie Hearn ain't even made big fights over there. Yeah, I can believe it. His whole cards be sucking, bro. Yeah, Blood said, yeah, it was way over the top. I really wanted to see this little D, Jennings versus Dillon, was talking shit. I got something coming about Brian Jennings later, man. It's something that Top Rank trying to do with him, so we'll see. Good evening across the pond. What's going on, UK in the building? Eddie is giving Wilder another disrespectful offer right now. He knows it's 60-40. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that Wilder situation, man. Blue Blood Sports did a good video about it, and I'm gonna speak on it a little bit later. But y'all can ask any questions now. But you know, we'll see what Eddie come out. You know, if those 6 names, if those was 6 big names in boxing, trust me, dog. In America, trust me, it'll be leaked. You know, it'll be leaked. They'd leak those names. He would have leaked those names himself. You know, so anytime you gotta wait and say, well, I got agreement with 6 fighters and this and that, at the end of the day, they not no big fighters, you know. So we'll see, man. You know, he around here trying to make shit better than what it is, man. Oh yeah, I forgot I gotta do that. Yeah, that shit tonight. The NBA final tonight, dog. I've been working, dog, midnight, so you know, trying to learn a new job and shit. Then I got another interview tomorrow, man. Somebody want me to go run their doc. See, right now, I work outside and shit, and you know, midnight's cool. I really, you know, midnight's, there don't be no management there. You know, they cool and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, and I stay 5 minutes away from that motherfucker too. So, you know, they giving a nigga the bag too. But like I said, man, I'd rather be on the inside than working outside. That shit, man, the mosquitoes and shit. I'm a house nigga. So you know, but yeah, it's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? I just always weigh my options, dog. You know, I got a lot of shit coming for the channel too, man. A lot of shit coming. I'm gonna do the prediction video in a minute, man. I might hop on with somebody and do a live stream. I might come back and do a live stream before I roll off of work. But yeah, man. You know, yeah, man. I just try to make this shit work, make shit jump. But I got a lot of big shit coming, man. A lot of big shit coming, man, for both of my channels. That one approaching 1,000 before I even get to a year. This one, for me to get 1,000, man, it took me. Hold on, April, May, June, July, August. Took me a year and a half. Because I really had no direction, man. I really didn't have a platform. I had to hustle my videos, and you know, niggas, niggas that's supposed to support you don't always support you. You know, everybody been knew me on the boxing community and on Facebook and shit. You know, I would pump the news out on my Facebook page, and then Colossal Box Talk, we joined together, and then, you know, it didn't really work out and shit. You know, he did his own thing, I went my own way, and then, you know, I started pressing this shit, man. So I've been putting the work in, man. So, you know, the motherfuckers say, well, you just put so many videos out to get money. That's not true. You know, niggas know, at one point, I was pushing out 15 videos a day, and I was nowhere near where I was supposed to be at. So, you know, it's just a process, man. And once you start one page, or once you do it one time, it'd be a little bit easier the next time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to Mr. DX Factor 87. I gotta check his video out, but he just started a channel. I gotta see what the name of it is. I just been working, so when I get the name of it, I'm gonna go shoot it. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get the bottom line SW Quan to come on. I'm gonna reach out to that brother. We gonna do some real life live stream and shit. But like I said, I got some big shit lined up, man. I was supposed to do the radio show this spring. It didn't really work out. I was getting prepared to move to Atlanta and shit. I'm thinking about moving to Texas right now, some shit like that. So, you know, but I'm definitely gonna start it this fall, man. You know, getting the logo ready. When I get the logo, I'm gonna get the banner. You know, we're gonna do a radio show. I'm thinking about, depending on how my schedule look, I'm gonna do the boxing one is gonna be on Saturday or some shit like that. So we'll see, man. I don't even watch Shady no more, man. You know, I don't watch that nigga no more, man. I mean, I never really watched him to begin with, you know, I don't care. Him and Casual, man, I just ain't got time for it, man. So, you know, somebody said that the Warrior in 5. I see Golden State feeling themselves. Yeah, they ain't about to beat the fuck out of Cleveland. They gonna beat the fuck out of Cleveland. Any more boxing questions, man? If not, I can start grinding on these videos, man. And what up, Wet Farce, dog? You know, a lot of niggas channels be based on like you got different channels. You got dudes that talk about boxing, just talk about the news. You got dudes that give you the interviews. You got dudes that know the ins and outs. That's informative. You got you got the fanboy channels. And it's a place for everybody channel. It's a place for everybody channel out there. Trust me. Even the fanboys channels, but a lot of dudes been sitting at their numbers for a long time, man. And can't get their channel to grow because everybody ain't with that sucker shit, man. Everybody ain't with that sucker ass shit, bro. You gotta keep it, keep it true. Yes, Josh Kelly, the English Lomachenko, they call him. Yeah, I like Josh Kelly and Josh Taylor a lot. I think they're the future of boxing, man. Not just UK boxing. I think they're the future of boxing, man. For sure. Warriors in 7. I gotta make it. They gotta make it interesting. No, they can't make this interesting. It's gonna be ass whooping. Yeah, I see him talk about the what's. I did a video on it yesterday about Earl trying to go across the street and whoop on old boy. Yeah, he's my favorite fighter too, man. I like Earl Spence, man. I really do. Shout out to Money Brown TV. Been getting some great interviews from Earl Spence. Him and that ANSBC movement, Ain't Nobody Safe Boxing Community, and Corey. Shout out to Earl Spence. And we gonna get the fuck up out of here real quick. And like I said, I might come back on with an NBA live stream. I might just do a prediction video on it. I don't know. But I got 3 good boxing videos coming up, man. So I'm about to grind, knock these boxing videos out, and I'll release them through the rest of the afternoon and through the night. And for everybody that be vamping, dog, I be dropping. I'm dropping videos through midnights too now. So about maybe 2, 3, 4 in the morning, 5, 6, and then about 8, 9 in the morning again. I'm dropping videos, man. So how serious are you taking Mikey Garcia? I'm not taking it serious. His brother said no, 2 to 3 years. So how come you didn't move to Atlanta? I supposed to move in October. It just, it's not really working out right now. So trying to get some shit in order. Just trying to see if I want to buy a house or move. I'm most likely gonna move somewhere down south. I got to, man. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. So I'm about to log off, man. I appreciate everybody in here, all the super chats, man. Shout out to Marlo's Corner one time for the one time, man. I'll go check him out. That motherfucker had a 6-hour live stream yesterday. I was checking that out. I couldn't watch for the whole 6, man, but yeah, man, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna see this last time. Oh yeah. I'm about to get on these videos, man. I appreciate everybody for rolling in.